Windhoek, Namibia. I visited this country for the first time back in 2018, but only for 3 days. And since then, I've been dying to go back. Well, I'm finally in Windhoek again, so let's see how it really goes down. As always, we're going to be checking out things to do, such as attractions, nightlife, my accommodations, and more, so that you'll have an idea of things to do in the city in case you decide to visit. So sit back and relax as we explore Windhoek, Namibia. So for those that don't know, Namibia is located in southern Africa, with the Atlantic Ocean to the west, Angola to the north, South Africa to the south, and because of this strange panhandle, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Botswana are all bordered to the east. Windhoek is its capital city and has a pretty small population of about 450,000 people. Now the first time I visited, I basically just chilled by the pool at my resort for a few days. So this time, I was itching to get out and explore the city. The first place I stopped by was a place called Single Quarter, which is a very popular meat market located in the township of Katutura. When I pulled up to Single Quarter, I knew I was in for a treat because there were a lot of people here. The meat sold at Single Quarter was very fresh, and the smells from the grill will leave your mouth watering. You can also buy local foods and products here. You'll have the opportunity to try some local dishes, as well as feel the energy and spirit of the township. Now, if you're social like me, chances are that while here, you'll end up meeting people. And y'all can eat your food here at the market, or you can take your food across the street to eat at the popular Bix Car Wash. During the early afternoon at Bix Car Wash, you're going to find people hanging out, a DJ playing the latest hits, $1 beers, and people chowing down on some delicious Single Quarter food. I was lucky to have stopped here my first day because this definitely set the tone for the entire trip. I was able to meet a lot of cool people that ended up showing me around and advising me of places I should visit in Windhoek. So later that night, I decided to go to a restaurant called the Wine Bar, as I was told from some people at Single Quarter that this restaurant was having a Brazilian themed dinner and a masquerade party. When I arrived, the party was well on its way. I didn't order any Brazilian food, but I did grab me some sushi though. Don't judge me. Anyway, just like most places I visit, I met some very cool people here that ended up pulling me into their group. As you can imagine, the DJ played all Brazilian, Angolan, and Portuguese music. The people I was here with definitely kept the party jumping, as they had really good energy and all of them could dance. Even when it started raining, that didn't slow us down a bit. We just started partying harder. We had line dances going, the drinks were flowing, and I even got a chance to practice some kizomba before it was all said and done. This was an amazing party, and I'm for sure glad I decided to go. Now, although none of the other restaurants I visited during this trip had parties like this one, there were still many other restaurants that I would highly recommend. First, you had restaurants like Taste, which was my favorite lunchtime spot. This place had both a nice indoor and outdoor space, and served a very nice salmon dish. Windhoek also had a number of rooftop restaurants with great views of the city, like Stratus, located on the rooftop of the Avani Hotel. You had the Sky Lounge, located at the top of the Windberg Hotel, and also the Sky Bar, located at the top of the Hilton Hotel, which in my opinion has probably the best rooftop views of the city, and serves some pretty good cocktails as well. The rooftop scene overall in Windhoek is very nice, but these were just a few of my favorite spots. I recommend trying them all, especially if you're visiting Namibia when the weather is nice. Now, if you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, you know I gotta give you a taste of Windhoek's nightlife. The city's newest and most popular nightclub is The Loft. This club was very big and spacious, And on the night I visited, it wasn't too packed, which is a good thing to me. They had a really good DJ here this night that kept the club moving. And Windhoek has some really beautiful women. While in the city, I also visited a club called Chicago's. This spot was definitely better for mingling around and getting to know people, as it's outdoors and the music isn't as loud. Out of all the clubs, bars, and restaurants I visited on this trip, the DJ at Chicago's was by far the best. For a smaller city, Windhoek's nightlife is pretty decent and was much better than I expected. After experiencing some of Windhoek's nightlife, I wanted to check out some daytime activities the city had to offer. So I decided to visit a place called the Village Garden. The Village Garden is a lively market that hosts cool events and a place where you can buy fresh produce and unique crafts. It's open 7 days a week, but as you might have guessed, it's more eventful on the weekends. The venue has areas where you can have small picnics with friends or family, restaurants that serve pretty good food and drinks, and live musicians performing while you enjoy the peaceful outdoors. The Village Garden is full of interesting things to see and places to relax. I can see why it's so popular. During this trip, I also went to visit the Independence Museum. To start off, this museum is interesting because from the outside, it doesn't look like a museum at all. To get to the actual exhibits, you have to take the elevator. The museum has 3 floors of exhibits and the 4th floor is a restaurant. However, the restaurant was being renovated this day. Anyway, the museum does an excellent job telling the story of Namibia's journey to independence. It goes into details about the people's struggles and triumphs. And what I like most about this museum is that they go into detail with everything, showing you the heroes, the weapons used, and even the uniforms. I really enjoy how they put everything together, ensuring that the country's independence is not only celebrated, but also that the people who fought for it aren't forgotten. As I mentioned, the restaurant on the 4th floor was closed for renovations, but they still allowed you to go up there because you can get some great views of the city from the balcony. If you want to do some shopping while in Namibia, they have a few malls. My favorite being the Groove Mall of Namibia, which is the biggest mall in the country. Here, you'll find a gang of different stores, many restaurants serving delicious food, and even a movie theater. If you're traveling with kids, the mall also has a play area. Across the street from the mall, they also have other restaurants and stores at a place called Hilltop Village. This entire area is full of things to do, gyms, different neighborhoods, and more. And if I was considering moving to Windhoek, this area would be at the top of my list. As far as my accommodations, I stayed at the brand new Hilton Garden Inn, located right in the city center. I stayed in their standard room, which ran me about $75 per night. As expected with most Hilton Garden Inn properties, it had all the amenities you would expect from a 3 or 4-star hotel. The hotel also has a nice restaurant that served a really good breakfast and had a decent lunch and dinner menu. The pool area was also very nice and relaxing. Now when I say this is a brand new hotel, it literally opened the week before my arrival, so it had a lot of issues that were still being ironed out. All in all, I had a great time in Windhoek. It's a very safe and chill city with friendly people, great restaurants, and a place I can see myself settling once I'm ready to settle, as I love small towns. I can't wait until my next visit. As far as visa requirements, US passport holders do not need a visa to enter Namibia. If you're from Windhoek or have visited before, let me know some places I should try that are in or surrounding the city. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.